I forgot to turn it on.
So I didn't hear any of the stuff that you just said. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that was my bad. Okay. Now I have to restart all of that. So basically we have a Merfairy theme today. I think it came out really great, as I always think it comes out great. You missed me throwing my mom under the bus for telling, because I struggled this week, and she's like, you couldn't even tell that you struggled. And I was like, yeah, but you can like never tell. I always do a great job. And she's like,
I just said sometimes I can tell that you struggled. There's other evidence besides the design. They're going with that.
Right.
You guys know Ainsley's a bit of a bear when she gets no sleep. And I'm her favorite prey. So prepare to be entertained today.
I didn't even do anything. Wait.
No, I'm just prepared. I'm just being prepared because, so I was like, we're on our way here. And I said, do you need a nice, tasty beverage? And Ainsley said, we don't have time. And I said, we'll make time. I didn't say that, but
She said,
I'll speed. Oh my goodness.
So we have a Diet Dr. Pepper
Today.
Yeah.
I have water. Like usually Ainsley's got the healthier choice, but I'm trying something new, guys. I'm on a health kick. If you need to, also if you are experiencing any buffering, just go ahead and back your video up a little bit, and that should fix any problems.
Yep.
Just saying that preemptively. Our kits that we have on vintage.com a couple of them are pretty limited. So the necklace that you're wearing, which they're not really full kits, they are inspo packs, super reasonable. But there's only 10 of a couple of the designs.
Yeah, because we only have very limited quantities. Anything that says limited in any of the names in the lists, that will be one that only has 10.
Yeah. Because it's hard to tell on the retail site. But yeah, so the necklace inspo bundle, and then actually both of the necklace inspo bundles are the ones. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we do have one complete kit, which I am wearing. The earrings here, which apparently didn't have the chain at HQ, so
we will be sending sending
it back to them. But I'm currently wearing them. But let's give you a quick preview of everything. We can do the on view first, and then I'll show it to you on here in a second.
I'm loving. Okay, so we'll do the earrings kit first. So those are some really beautiful antique glass opals that are in there. Yeah, just really, really gorgeous. I love the combination of pieces. This chain that we no longer have in stock, so you'll get that exact chain that comes in the kit as well for those. And then I love what you did with this focal piece. So we had a limited quantity of this really gorgeous flower bezel and leaf, and I just love what Ainsley did with these. So cool. It seems to get kind of dark when I zoom in, so for whatever reason. And then, did you put one of the bracelets on yet?
No, I haven't put any of that on.
Welcome, Janet. We'll enjoy your company while you can stay. Get that you're handing me something. I didn't even like register that. So what's that fun thing you're wearing today?
I got it's like a Google/Fitbit bracelet that has no screen on it. Because I tried to find whatever was the most minimal one to count steps and, like, track my sleep. So, here's that bracelet.
So pretty. I like the what you did to change the silhouette there too. Super cool.
And then we will do another bracelet, necklace, and earrings for you guys to see.
And we'll go over a little later, we'll go over the construction of these guys.
Yeah.
So Ainsley can tell you where she put holes and all that kind of stuff. Who needs a helping hand bracelet helper when you've got a live one here to help you put it on?
You can wear it with the center, you can wear it with this to the side, depending on what you like or prefer.
Super cool.
But there's that bracelet. And then I'll do the other earrings and necklace. I feel like today's earrings really kind of came out as, I feel like, the best.
Yeah, your favorites are the both of the pairs of earrings.
Yeah.
I never would have thought to stack those two findings together.
Yeah.
So as we've been doing the past few weeks, if you buy any of the inspo bundles, they also come with the beads. So if you're getting the one that has the earrings and the bracelet, those are all going to come with the crystals, the pearls, the little flat backs, everything that you need.
Here's these other earrings.
Those are great. I think they look even better on than they do on the mat or on the background. Loving it. Yeah.
And then it's actually a really long necklace.
Wear it all together,
You
huh?
obviously don't have to wear it long if you don't want to.
They get to add as much chain as they possibly want, right?
Twisted.
And then if you're not a bar chain lady, you can always switch. But I love the way the designs are segmented, and that just looks so good together. Look at that whole set. Loving it. I'm having a hard time getting over the top of the iPad. So pretty though.
So those are those. So that's all of the jewelry for today. I'm going to show it to you guys on the mat so you guys can get a little up close sneak peek. But we will go over construction here in a minute as well.
Yeah, I think we can just, as project by project, kind of go over what you did to make them. How is everybody's morning/afternoon going? We're still morning here.
I think it's morning until 2 p.m.
Is that how that works? As long as you wake up before 2, it's still morning.
In my world.
In your world.
Because I like eating breakfast at lunchtime. And
Yeah, that makes sense.
lunch at dinner time and dinner at late time. Late night snack time. So,
Oh, goodness.
that's all I gotta say about that.
See. What technique are you guys most excited for? The thing that surprised me is that you guys are gonna learn how to make your own cabochons today without any molds, without anything. I thought for sure that Ainsley used pearl flatbacks to make this jewelry, but she did not. She made them from scratch out of resin. So that's kind of a fun jewelry design education surprise for you guys today.
Ah, I messed up my layout. I'll show it to you
No.
in 2 seconds once I refix this up.
Gotta get it perfect first, right?
You guys know how it is laying out chain. It's possibly the bane of all of our existence.
There is one chain that's worse than the others. If you ask Corian, she knows too, and it's ball chain. So when I sell things on ball chain in my shop, it turns into a pile. I do not try to make it into a nice little snake design or anything. I just like plunk it there, or I throw it on my mat in a hope that it looks good. Because I just don't have the time to make it look perfect. When we've done it in the past for like something that had to go in a catalog, it took us like an hour just to lay out the ball chain. It was ridiculous. Because it's funny because it just always hangs right when it's on your body, but never on the never on the photography backdrop.
That's funny. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I would say though these were decently not as bad to photograph this week.
Surprising.
Yeah. It's because they don't have a lot of like a hyper amount of hangy things.
Here is the little layout I did really quickly. You can see the bracelet, the necklace here, the other necklace, another bracelet, our beautiful earrings. I'm gonna move these over so you can see some of these other earrings over here. I need to scooch forward in my seat so it stops squeaking. But that's an overall overview. I think they look amazing.
Oh, you know, I think we don't have the watermark. Just notice that.
But that is that. Any preference? Did anybody say any preference for what they wanted to start with? For
What are you guys most excited about for the demo today? Let us know. And
fix the camera?
there's a little bit of a delay
Needs
here.
to go up. Needs to go up.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, working on it. There's a little bit of a delay here between what I see for your comments, so you'll have to look on your feed. That'll come faster, I think. See what people are saying.
Oh. 2 p.m. where? 10:19 here, 1:20 here.
Oh, I think she wants you to say like what is
everybody's morning? When does morning end for everybody else?
That's funny.
All right. But let me know if you have a preference for a specific technique. We have riveting, we have the little cabochons. Trying to think what else. The bezel one. Some painting. Put in your pick.
I guess we get to pick. Unless somebody said something right now.
Nobody said anything.
Okay, that means you get to choose.
I don't want to choose.
Then I will choose.
That's worse.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever like been with somebody that's in a cranky mood?
We got one. The bezel.
Okay. There we go.
Thank
you, Jean.
Thank you, Jean.
You rescued me from her ire.
All right, let me move this out of the way so that I can bring my paint mat over. So we will start with the cabochon since we are doing the bezel. And I'm just going to have those prepped and drying to the side.
Thank you, Peggy. She noticed the new background for today. It complemented the jewelry well, and it was bright enough. So the camera was bright enough.
I'm going to put these back on so I'm not looking like a weirdo.
You look like a weirdo when you're not wearing earrings. Is that how it goes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I look like a weirdo as in I don't look like myself.
Yes. Oh, well, looks like Peggy also says painting of flower necklace. So we have 2 votes for the same one, so we're good. Looks like we're picking the right one.
Alright, face to the side. Here's that. I will take this. Should get that. And then we're going to start with our little cabochons. This is going to be really easy. All you need is resin and a silicone mat. And we're just going to make little drops. When I did this, I did a bunch at a time. I ended up using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in my designs. I would just do a bunch kind of similar size-ish. They don't need to be perfectly the same size. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to do little drops. And sometimes they get a bubble and it messes it up. So you just do another one. There's a lot of bubbles in this for some reason, so I'm just gonna. Okay, so there's a lot here. And then you just cure them all. And then just put that on the longest time to make sure they cure completely. Sometimes you'll get a little bit sticky residue on the bottom side if you don't cure it for long enough, because it is a little bit of a thicker piece, so you do want to make sure that it is.
So we've got someone asking what the kind of resin is that you use if you want to hold that bottle up on camera.
Here, you can take it and put it up.
So we sell this on vintage.com. It's like $6 for a bottle, and it works really well with all of our antiques and paints. So that's why we use this one.
So we just have to wait for those to be completely cured. We only use 2 colors on this, and that will be the lilac purple and the metallic silver.
Which we do have a set for these today. If you go to vintage.com, you're going to see that the set is named, our theme name for today.
And so I am just going to mix the paint while this is curing off to the side. mix. This is almost done curing. And then we can just put this off to the side.
Do you have any tips for testing to make sure that they're cured? What do you like to do?
Just take them off. That's all I'm gonna do. I can take one off and I can see, like, this is a messed up one. So this isn't like entirely cured. You can tell because there's a little bit sticky residue under here.
So would you just flip that one over so that you cure the back?
The back could cure because this is see-through.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just pop it under for a little bit longer, there's not very much residue on there, but you don't want it to like interfere with your paint.
You just want it to be like residue free completely.
Yeah. So any of those messed up bubble ones you can use.
You know what this reminds me of is those dot candy strips that they sell at the candy kitchen.
Low-key want one now.
Now you're like, thanks, Mom, and now all I'm gonna think about is those.
I feel like that would be a very cool outfit to base off of, and then you have like the dot candy strip in your picture with your outfit. It would be very on trend.
A good outfit inspiration.
Yeah, it'd be very on trend. For
it's
what
like
are doing.
It's if anybody's never had them, it's like eating sugar with a slight taste of paper.
It's kind of like dried frosting.
It's like dried frosting that's stuck to paper, and a little bit of paper comes with it.
I'm gonna try another one of these. That is perfectly clean, so that ended up working. Now I'm just gonna take I'm gonna do this all at once. I'm gonna flip them all around so their bellies are up. Or they're not bellies, it's not round. I feel like that's the wrong word.
It could be your bottom if you've got a flat bottom.
That would be a concerningly flat bottom.
That would be a really flat bottom. Oh my goodness.
So we can just flip the ones that we're gonna do all over. And we'll add our paint from here. I'm going to use a detail brush from our detail brush sets. This is the 0. And I'm just going to put the lilac purple paint right onto our mat here. And we're going to do a nice thin layer. Make sure that's all the way mixed up.
Really, I think the possibilities for these little cabs are endless and what you can put them on.
I feel like I was thinking about it too, and I was like, oh, you know, when we tried to do that opal effect, it would be even better if you just did it on the back. It would look similar to the glass opal.
Right. So you could do, like, your earrings that you're wearing, you could do those with your own little cab that you created.
So I'm just dotting a good amount on here, and then I'm just going to spread it all around. Doesn't need to be super thick on there. Try not to get it on the other side of it. I know that fell off a bit, but I kind of just go in this circular motion to get it to spread across the entire bottom. I feel like it'd be nice if you had like a little piece of sticky tape that you could just like put these on to make it stay still.
Yeah, you probably could just put, a lot of times what I'll do is if I'm at my workbench, I will put down a strip of painter's tape face up and then tape either side of that down so it doesn't move. And so your things stick to it. You could probably do that with washi tape if you wanted. Is it important?
No, I just don't think washi tape would stick enough for it to like grip onto it.
I mean, it might.
No, it's too weak.
But like I said, all of our adhesive here in Idaho don't stick very well. So if it's designed to be removable, it just doesn't stick very well. Painter's tape, washi tape.
So I'm going to leave these off to the side while they dry. We're going to go over with metallic silver in a little bit, but we can just move straight onto our pendant so that we can get that started. I'm going to add more of this back to our mat here. And let me adjust your view here so you're a little bit closer. And then I'm going to go in and I need to mix up these other colors as well. Ooh.
Let me work on this one while
Can
you
you
do
mix
that
this
one.
up? That's closed now. It needs to be mixed.
Now it is.
Needs to be
Yes,
mixed.
I can.
I'm going to add in our metallic silver to the mat. Which got a brain transplant with its cap.
Guess what I did after last week's class? Right away. You guys have to guess. If you're watching,
Don't mix. Don't
I may have said that I was going to do it.
Don't mix.
Very thoroughly mixed.
This one can be a little bit more.
Oh my
basic.
goodness. You know, some of those pigments.
That one, I just know from experience what.
Yeah.
We're gonna add some of our verdigris blue to the mat, which this one got decapitated.
Decapitated?
Yeah. She got smashed from whatever lid she got
Oh yeah,
put on
so
her.
if you leave a lot of dried paint in the lid and then put your lid back on, it can damage the tip. So what I usually do with that is just cut the tip shorter if that happens.
Decent enough. Yeah, it's close enough at that point. Alright, and then we're gonna add our violet purple to our mat as well. So I'm gonna go in with my regular pigments first. We're gonna do our verdigris blue. We're gonna sweep this all the way around.
Pam, how can I remember a week ago?
And then we're gonna go in with our violet purple. These names, guys, I don't use violet purple very often. So when I'm like trying to remember the names, I'm like, no, it's not royal purple. It's not that purple. Trying to remember which one it was.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of different purples too.
Yeah.
So, like, which one?
So we're just going in and swiping that around.
If you guys need matchups on DIY with Vintage, there is a document that matches all the color names from line to line.
And then we'll do our lilac purple.
What do you guys think? Let us know if any of these exclusive pieces that we're working with today are something that you would like to see more of in the future.
All right. Can you actually make me some squares?
Yeah.
So I would like to use some.
Are scissors in your line of sight anywhere? Yes, awesome. Thank you.
We'll absorb some of this paint up here in a second. I just am dry wiping my brush in between as well. And then actually let me
Dry wiping or wiping it dry? Either one works.
And then put my glasses on so I don't strain my eyeballs. Like I said earlier, I struggled this week. I had terrible focus. And because I was in the studio for so long because I could not focus, I strained my eyes a bunch, and part of that is because I forgot to put on the glasses, because I strain my eyes less if I put on the glasses. So if you're ever wondering, I thought you said you had perfect vision. Why I'm wearing glasses, it's because I tend to strain my eyes.
Yes, eye fatigue, for sure.
So we're going to absorb some of this up, move this out of the way, wipe up our mat. That's beautiful.
Peggy's asking, have you tried using sticky tack to hold your pieces since tape doesn't work for you? Is that like the blue stuff? Because that stuff doesn't work out here either. I'm wondering if it's that or if it's something else. Let me know.
And add a little bit of our violet purple back to a couple of these places. And then we're going to dry it in a second here. Just add this. Try and get rid of any bubbles. Did you read up on any of that case or look at that at all yet?
No, I was busy last night with, what was I busy with last night? What do you guys get busy with? Oh, I watched a show. I did watch a show, which was a lot of language in it, but it's like very much otherwise up my alley because it's like spies and intrigue and espionage and like all the things that I would never do, I think fascinate me, right? Peggy said, yes, I would love to see more of the limited pieces. So Peggy and Jean both. We will see what we can do. I love this color combination. I have so I've used similar ones, but never with the silver before. And I think that's what's giving it this really super mermaidy look.
I need your brush. Not that big though.
See, just to prove me wrong, she's getting her own brush this week,
I literally
guys.
always do it. I've probably asked you to do it one time when I was in the middle of something. Not when I wasn't doing anything and just sitting there.
You know what the funniest part is? When I uploaded the video into like the Clips app, it gives you a synopsis of what's happening in the video, and it's like, assistant refuses to get the paintbrush for the presenter. As if you're my assistant. Oh my gosh.
Alright.
Oh, really funny.
I'm gonna make sure this isn't too cooled off. Sorry, not too warm, not cooled off. So those things backwards. Because I don't want it to like get too stuck ink. Sometimes if you do it right away and you're trying to keep it thinner bodied, it will get clumpy if it's still warm.
Pretty, pretty stuff. Sticky tacks. Oh, yes. Maybe if you could drop in our DIY with chat, if you wouldn't mind, I will look at the different kinds to see if it's one that I haven't used. Because, like, I know the blue stuff doesn't work out here. Neither does the white stuff. Dries out too fast. You know, the little putty stuff?
Yeah, they use
I used to
hang up
actually
paintings.
use
Not paintings, art with photos with.
Yeah, so I would use it to like stabilize artwork, but then also as a photography trick, when we were doing a lot of photography, I would use a little ball of that sometimes to prop up a pendant.
Turn that up a little bit. It feels cold.
Are you a little too? Oh,
cold.
Turn the temperature up a little bit.
It's too cold for me. My hands are starting to get cold. Okay, that's cooled off enough.
There we go.
We're gonna add in our metallic silver right over top of this. And you're still gonna see a little bit of the color peeking through here. Which is totally great. Make sure you get it nice and full coverage. We don't really want the brassiness to be sticking out through there. And then we're gonna go in and use our tool again to make sure this is completely dried.
Interesting. So you're like glazing the top with the metallic color.
Yeah, and then we'll go back
Yeah.
in with the other color again, but
Yeah.
I think it makes it look about more blended.
Well, I think too, like, people might wonder why you do an undercolor, a top color, and then come in with the top color again. But that's what gives the artistic pieces a lot of depth.
Yeah. Wait a couple seconds for that to cool off. Again, we don't want it too warm. We'll do another layer of the silver, but this time we're gonna add in our other colors so it's a little bit more blendy, and then cure it.
Is that a technical term?
Mm-hmm.
Blendy. I feel like I hear that one used enough that it's maybe
Somebody
not.
tell me if they know this is like a real thing, but I just started doing it recently, but I don't think I've seen it done online in people's makeup. I've not seen it as like a tip or trick. So I've been doing a dark, cool toned rouge lipstick, and I've been doing my blush like this. And then obviously like the other areas.
Yeah.
And then I've been using a brighter, softer, warmer tone blush just right up here. And I feel like it gives it a lot more dimension. The blush has a lot more dimension.
I just think it looks really good. I didn't know that's what you were doing, and I haven't heard of it. But in the 80s, they used to have these contour blush tone kits that were different tones. But the thing is, they were all in the same... They were all warm or all cool. It was just the different shades.
Yeah, this is like two opposing...
Two different, like,
where I've gone
tones.
Cool, darker red, blended out, and then a bright, orangey, corally blush right on the top, and where it's like kind of like your high point.
Ooh, really great ideas here. Kat says, what about wax? And Peggy says, there's also a putty substance that silversmiths use to hold their work. Maybe check that out.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna go over again. This is cooled off. Well, actually, let's go over here while this is still cooling off. I don't want to...
You're gonna finish off your cabs?
Yeah, I don't want to ruin what we got going. And so I'm gonna go over these.
I love the way these look like bubbles and or the center of a flower. It could be like either, but it really gave me that like underwater feeling, which you intended fully.
Go back in with our detail brush here with the silver. We're just gonna add it to the bottom. They kind of run away from me, so bear with me. This is the most annoying part, is that they were kind of run away, but otherwise it's a really easy technique.
So what color are you working on right now?
Just the silver.
Because it's kind of hard
silver.
to, I think, for them to know what.
I already said earlier what it was, but it's
somebody had a question.
The metallic silver.
Jean had to step out for a minute, so.
Okay.
Jean, are you still in school? I need to know. My husband is for the first time doing an admin position this summer. So he's being principal for summer school, which is like, it's kind of kicking his butt. Like energy wise, like having to learn new things. And he was a teacher for over 30 years. I don't even know what the technical number is. But it just takes like a different kind of your brain. Plus, like at the end of the school year, he's usually so ready to just be done with everything and needs that break. So I definitely feel for anybody who is still teaching right now.
All right, I'm gonna move this back over here while those dry. We're gonna go in with our second silver coat, just right over top.
So then will you do more, like another layer of color on top of that?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. And then I'm going to take my detail brush, dab off your excess off to the side. I don't want too much. And then I'm going to add it right back in to where it was before. And I'm going to do my best to kind of like blend it into here. If you're feeling like it's a little bit too much and the line's a little bit too harsh, you can just wipe your brush off on your paper towel. And so I'm just doing some nice blending. But you're going to see those colors are nicely popping through. And these are so much easier to work with than the enamels just because they don't dry as fast.
Which helps us out here.
Yes, especially for a very blended technique.
So,
and then I'm going to add a tiny bit of the violet purple. I'm going to wipe off excess. Gonna wipe some on here. Wipe off my excess on my brush. And really pat that in there.
I feel like too that's one aspect when people ask the difference between the paints and the antiques that I forget to mention is the dry time is different.
Yeah.
There's a longer working time.
And pop that in there for the rest of these. And then we're gonna go in with our lilac purple, which this one is a little bit thinner bodied, so it is less prominent than the other colors.
I feel like that's mostly the case with our lighter colors.
And so we're just gonna blend those nicely. Right to the edges there.
And this kind of forms the basis for what you did on the bracelet as well, right?
Yeah, the only difference from this and the bracelet is the bracelet I started with my silver coat, did a couple coats, and then added in the other colors. But otherwise, it's exactly the same. And then we're just going to dry this. You're going to see this is a really good match. I do like to move my piece around to make sure I don't have any paint sitting and under there and hiding. Because if you do, you're going to get a little crust that you're going to have to peel or file off on the edges.
One nice thing about the working with the antiques too is if you do get some on the back of your piece, you have a little bit extra time to deal with wiping it off.
I'm going to let that cool a little bit there. So it's not too warm, and we're going to go in with our tabs at this point.
Now, will you put those in with resin or glue?
You'll see in a second.
Okay. No spoilers, you guys.
We will get there when we get there. All right. It's still a little warmer than I want it to be.
Now's probably a good time to mention that we're going to be doing a giveaway. So there's 3 things in there that I'm going to give away. One is the beads that are in here that are from one of our mixes. One's that, and then there's 2 different amazing pendants. So make sure you go in and give us a heart on the video today and put your name in the comments.
type in giveaway dash
Your name.
that would be on your order. We can't tell who you are by your username a lot of the time, so it's preferable if you add your name's full name in there.
Yeah, giveaway and then first name, last name.
And you must have an open order.
Please drop a heart, like or share the YouTube video. It helps us out. Thank you.
Okay, I feel like that's cooled off enough. We're going to go in with our resin. I'm going to spread this out with my silicone brush.
So if you notice at the bottom of the stream, there's a little thumb button where you can go thumbs up. That's helps us out a ton.
And if you're not already subscribed for some odd reason. Alright. I'm going to add in my cabs. I put 4 in here. Can't get off my finger though. Alright. And I'll move them around. In a second. Alright, so I'm going to move these around and kind of just position them. And then at this point, we're going to drop in some paint. So I'm just adding the lilac and the silver to my mat, since those are basically dried at this point. And I'm just going to drop a little bit in there.
That's just looking so good.
A silicone brush again. So just...
Sorry, I'm interrupting Ainsley with my oohs and ahs.
She likes doing that.
Whoops. I'm reminded of it though, because when I go to edit the reels, you hear me interrupting.
And then dropping in the silver.
And she just goes on with her instructions. I'm like an annoying child where the mom's got to get stuff done and she's just keeping on going. Oh my goodness.
Just going to absorb a little bit of that up. Kind of spread those out a little bit. Alright. Alright, and then I'm going to cure this. I'm also going to make sure my brushes are under the lamp as well, the silicone brushes, while I cure, so that I can make sure that I can just peel off the resin off the...
Yeah, and then you don't get any accidental sticky fingers.
And there is paint in that mixed in with that, so we do always cure it longer when that's the case.
So pretty.
Alright.
While you're waiting for that to go, what do we want to do?
I'm just going to show them, I think, this piece, because I did add this in here. And I'm not going to show the construction. Wow, that's...
You're like, that's not optimal. Suboptimal.
That's definitely not my favorite view.
So
Here we go.
I'm going to put in the comments for Connie. She's asking what colors.
This is what I mean. So I added these little cabochons that I made. All I did is I used Loctite. I used a generous amount to make sure it filled in any gaps that were there. And obviously you let it sit for a day to make sure it adheres super well. It is not gonna move. So I did add those. It is covering 2 of my rivets. And then I added a 3rd one in there just for design preference.
I love how you use these little cabs everywhere repeated through the designs.
And so that's how I did that. We'll talk a little bit about the construction of that because you're probably like, that's not what that piece looks like.
You could, however, if you didn't want to modify it, you could absolutely do it on the piece as is.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those?
They're over there.
You need to grab one? Grab one because you can talk about that.
I think everything else from the rest of the designs besides this is pretty easy.
Yeah, so we'll just be able to kind of go through simple construction and talk about like what colors you used, etc. Okay.
And so we have our pendant here, which it might need to be cured a little bit more, but you guys get the idea of that. I'm just gonna leave this to the side so that it's curing, but not in our way, and that's kind of what it looks like
Let
anyway
it finish
when
up.
it's done. But you'll see what I mean by like I'm just going to be able to peel off anything. And just pull it off of my silicone brush. That's why I love them so much.
And it's so easy to use.
All right. So, can you grab me one of these frames and the other frame? I think I'm gonna do the.
Yeah. Are they over here in the same area?
Yeah, they're in that same tray. I think I'm gonna do that because it's really easy. It's gonna take me 2 seconds to show them. And I will give them a little tip about it as well. 1 second, to this aside. So, we have these pieces right here. We're going to rivet them together. Can you hand me one rivet?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be pretty dang easy. But we do need to use our bead awl. You'll want to use your pliers as well so you don't accidentally break your piece or something like that. I just like to do it just because it reinforces my piece to make sure I'm not accidentally snapping it at its weak joint point, especially on a piece like this. So I like to hold it right there and then use my bead awl.
Oh, that's a smart tip.
Because otherwise, if you do it, you might bend it as well in a way that you're not trying to. So I'm just gonna pour this out until it's big enough to fit my rivet here. Almost there.
So did you say these were your favorites earrings? As this pair?
No. I just said I feel like the earrings stood out the most today, both of them.
In general, yeah. I feel like, okay, so the flower pendant that you spent time today, that's my like standout one from as far as being unusual. But as far as like what I would wear all the time, I would wear both of those sets of earrings all the time.
There we go. That's fitting. And then we just need to make sure it will on the other side, but I'm going to make sure this is threaded through properly. gonna have that sitting there to the side. This hole is definitely already a little bit bigger, so you don't have to work it as much. So I'm just gonna do a little bit. And put it through. So now we have both of those pieces. I'm now going to bring over our block. And we're going to make sure this is flipped over. And we need to trim this because it is too long. And it's just not going to be fun if you don't trim it. Trust me. So we're going to trim it until it's like our 2 credit cards, right? Is that what we say?
Yes, for this particular rivet. So the colors we used today are also available as a set on vintage.com. Just go to the new category and you'll find everything from today.
All right, now at this point we can just hammer it with our flat side. And we're just gonna make sure that this isn't really shifting or anything. It's still a little bit shifty, so we're gonna center it.
Shifty, huh?
Yeah. And then we're gonna hammer it a little bit more to prevent it from wanting to move.
Do you want to show what the rivet looks like before you used it? Yes. To answer your question, it is a tube rivet. So it's got a little bit of hollowness near the top of it.
Now, my tip for this piece, because I did, as you're going to be able to sell here in a second, glue on all these cute little crystal flat backs. So there's holes here, as you can tell. All I did, I went in with my silicone brush. I dabbed in resin and cured it.
Wait, what? To fill the back.
Yes.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
so smart.
And then you just glue it. Just use Loctite, set them on there, glue it. And then this one's easy. You just Loctite and glue it. It's very, very easy. The rest of this construction is very, very easy. It's just loops.
What's your color combo for that one?
This one is mostly the violet purple and the lilac purple mixed together. You add a thin layer of the silver and a tiny little blotching of the blue.
Yeah,
You'll notice that little variation. Make sure you do the blue, then the silver over top of it, and then go back in with your pinks and purples. It was kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not crazy intentional. It's just like you work with it and until you get the result you want. And definitely do them at the same time. It's going to make it way easier to get a match. They don't need to be exactly the same between the spots that are the colors, though. Just the overall color tone. Okay. Now, let's take a look at this piece here. I do end up bending this piece to move it into 2 pieces. We're gonna just move it back and forth. Move it, groove it. And we'll be able to see that here in a second. So I have this. You're going to notice there's a kind of a line there. I'm going to put my pliers on either side and we're going to bend back and forth. There should be kind of a weak point at that point. And so we're just gonna bend it.
So you find it's easier to divide the pieces when you're using this kind of method versus just cutting it?
Yeah. Because it is really thick
Mm-hmm.
in there, and I wouldn't want to use, like, the pliers are great. The cutting shears are great,
Mm-hmm.
but they're a little bit more clunky. So if I want to be
Mm-hmm.
more precise, I find this is slightly more precise than the alternative. I'm going to do that same kind of thing over here. See that bent there. And then over here we do actually cut it. I need to look at this for like 2 seconds so I can, that's what I thought. So we're just gonna cut it right here. So in between there and the swirl. Maybe a little bit easier to see like this. And then at this point, we would just file it. There's a lot of sharp edges, but that's a lot of work for us to show. So I'm just going to show you how I got these to be lined up and where I went about that. So I did tuck one in front and one behind. So you might have to kind of bend your piece a little bit so that it can do that. So like so. One in front, one behind. And then once we have it lined up the way that we want it to be, we simply are just going to hole punch. So one of my hole punch locations.
You're a little top to the close to the top of your area that there.
One of my hole punch locations will be here. I just make sure they're both lined up and that it's not going to be on the edge of either of these. And then I'll hole punch through both of them. You could do it one at a time, but I'm lazy. I'd rather just use a little bit of extra grip strength. Then from there, I think it's really important that you just bore these out and rivet them together. It's going to make it easier for it to line up. You're going to do the exact same thing, but this time it's going to be like right in this little pocket right there. Right there. And you'd hole punch there. And then, as I said earlier, you're just gluing right over those rivets, enough glue that it's gonna fill in the crevices. So I used a generous amount and then added it right over top.
So if someone was intimidated by overlapping their pieces and riveting, could they do this like a derivative design with just the frame?
Yeah, you could definitely do that. I just chose to do it this way because
it's cool.
I'm extra. I think it suits the wrist a little bit better because it's a little bit thinner.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a little bit more comfortable this way. But
and maybe for especially for a dainty wrist like yours.
Yeah.
If you've got a little bit bigger wrist, it probably can accommodate a little larger piece.
Yeah, a little more surface area. I'm also pretty short, so if you guys didn't know that, did you guys know that? I actually don't know if you guys knew that.
Okay, guys.
How tall do you think I am?
How tall is Ainsley? She's probably said it before. This is your knowledge. Guess. Keep the guesses coming in.
And tell me, like, how tall you thought I was. Before
you
I
knew?
said that I was short.
Be honest, guys.
All right.
To be fair, they see you in this atmosphere and not in, because I think a lot of your Instagram followers,
People
they
think
see
that
you.
I'm tall.
Yeah, they see you from like the camera and not in scale with other people.
Yeah, in scale with other people,
Yeah.
I look a lot smaller.
Right.
All right. Other techniques. Oh, by the way, this leaf, all you have to do is hole punch. And you're just doing a base of that violet purple. And then you're going to just drip your paint onto it and let it sit in those grooves and dab off the extra.
So is it just one color?
Two. I just did 2 colors.
Violet, purple, and
The silver.
silver. Okay.
Drip your silver.
Yeah. Nice.
Let's see. This is the same technique. You're just doing it with the verdigris blue. You're just dripping it. You don't brush it over. Just strip it.
So is that
absorb excess.
2 colors as well, or just
No,
one?
just what I just said.
Here's the
Listen
before.
to me.
I'm reading
Listen
comments.
to me.
I can't
I
split
said-
my focus.
I said it's just verdigris blue.
Okay.
And then the top leaf. So this is the before
Peggy,
that
you
one.
might be a little bit behind. Go if you want to catch up to us.
This top piece is just a few layers of that lilac purple right over top of it.
If you're behind the if you feel like you're behind the conversation, it might be because you need to slide your slider forward a little bit.
Okay. Can you find me pieces for this?
I think so. Am I looking in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just need the moon and the filigree.
Do you have a idea of where they might be in here?
No, because I just cleaned up a little bit in here, and so
It's possible that you're using last of.
no, I definitely was not using the last of anything.
Okay. I will look. You can respond to the comments there. People are guessing. You can look at their comments while I'm looking.
Some people must have known this. Few people,
Is it all
especially
guessing,
ones
right?
who are longtime watchers, seem to know.
Ooh, better question is, do they know how tall I am?
That's a good question.
Haha.
She's less revealing.
I don't talk about it.
She's not very revealing of herself.
That's a better
I
guess.
am very open, I guess. So
That's what we're calling it, huh? A little bit more sherry.
how about you
You're-
sit in
it's
this
called
chair
that you're
and
a
I
little
look
less
for it
introverted.
because I think I'm a little more efficient than you.
You might have seen where it might have been at some point, right? Oh, I can let you, because nobody guessed. Nobody guessed what I did right after the live last week is I made a variation on Ainsley's design. I loved it so much, but I was like, that's a lot of small chain to do, so I can show you what I did to it. To remember what I got going on here, because I've got some layers going. Let me show you guys what I did to make it so that we are like mom and daughter, but not exactly twinning with the necklace design. So I took her concept and the pieces that we painted last week, and I just did this with chunkier chain. So I put in this CH20, I believe, and did the long drippy things, but fewer of them because they are it's thicker, it's wider.
I really have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, you go ahead and do that.
I was trying to hold it, but no.
I know, I'm in that position too, because I drank my whole thing of water, guys. Are you guys fast, like, beverage drinkers, or slow? I'm like the fastest known to man, I swear. But so this is kind of an idea or an example of how you can use the inspo kits. Because what we've been doing a lot with the samplers is you'll get all the beads, you'll get the focal pieces, but then you get to choose how you're going to finish it. So whatever kind of chain you want, whatever kind of clasp you want. And that's what I did here is I took the basic inspiration and the beads, and then I just modified it a little bit because I wanted something heavier that felt like in scale with my neck. So that's what I did. Before we even left, I pulled out the CH20 chain and finished this guy out so I could wear it home. And then this other one that I'm wearing today is one of our previous kits, which I actually get a lot of compliments on this guy. It's just copper blanks with little tiny crystals glued to them, little flat backs, and these crystals dangling from as well. And then I attached both the ends to a seed bead necklace that I've made that has clasps on it. So then it becomes like longer, became a longer, and I made a wrap out of it. So that's what we did today. Let's see. Okay. Do you guys have guesses? Did you guys guess how tall I am? I will give you one clue. I am taller than Ainsley. That is, and I'm taller than Wendy too. And I'm taller than Mackie. But I'm not what you would consider tall. I'm considered in that kind of average height. Peggy, I know you think I like to keep my secrets, but I get a little gabby too. You just have to get me in the right setting. Like when I'm talking in teaching a master class, I think I tend to be a sharer, which I think I owe you guys a tutorial still. For those of you that are part of the masterclass group, I'm still planning on doing that steel bluing tutorial, which that'll be coming soon-ish, I think. Sherry, spot on. Good guess, girl. 5'5".
Unless you shrug.
I mean, I'm not measuring now. That's what I used to be. I'm old, guys. I'm almost...
Whoa there. Whoa, somebody's not going to like you saying that.
Okay, I'm not ancient. I'm older than I used to be. I think a few of you know how old I am, though. You can tell by the sun damage here, okay? If other things don't give it away, this will tell you. That's the clue. So I was telling Ainsley today, we'll just sit here and gab a minute while she's looking for those pieces. I'm not sure if we have them at the studio, so she might have to just describe what she did here.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing them, but I swore...
I know we had more of that filigree
I know.
fan.
I'm not seeing it for some reason.
And I know I have plenty of moons at home, but I was telling Ainsley earlier today that I'm trying to not do like funny things with my mouth when I'm thinking, right? Because everybody's got habits, and so I'm replacing it with drinking my water. And so I just drank like a whole, well, let's see. Here we go, guys. I just drank this whole thing while we were sitting here. I will drink the whole thing down in small sips continuously all day long. So since I'm trying to replace like less healthy habits, I think the water consumption is going to be really large for me.
Yeah, I couldn't find it either.
Whoa. You shrunk that much? I don't wanna like guess what I am now. We're just not going to measure. It's like my husband is 6 foot, and I'm like, how is your 5'11" son taller than you now? I think you have shrunk a little bit. For a minute.
It's posture.
Yeah, that too, because Dallin stands tall.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Really good posture.
Okay, you ready to switch back?
Yeah, I couldn't find
fun
it.
Chatting with
Oh,
everybody.
this is why.
Oh, they were already out here.
Yeah, they were behind the tablet.
Yay! Well, I'm glad that we had a minute to figure that out, and I got to chat with everybody because I miss talking to you guys. Oh, so
Okay.
yes, if you're a master class, I will be doing that tutorial soon. Remember, if you are a member of the Backstage Pass, you also get 20% off of everything on the Vintage website. So, super, super deal.
All right, so I'm gonna lay these out. I'm gonna do 2 of them before my mom tries to steal these from me. Because I'm not gonna let her.
What? Oh, the earrings?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You might never know.
I'm going to put them on my...
You're off playing, having fun lunch dates with your friends. Might just sneak in there and swipe them.
You wouldn't be able to find them.
Okay, guys, are you guys neatniks? Or are you a
I'm
off kind of person?
I'm neat, except for I cleaned my room before I traveled. I haven't been able to do laundry since coming back, and so it's kind of degraded from there.
It has bomb went off gone. So
because my suitcase is still there.
I vacillate between bomb went off and absolutely perfect.
But I'll clean it this weekend, so it should be clean for the rest of the summer.
Peggy says, Jean, those are freckles. The freckles are, it is definitely from sun damage though too. I did not, my arms didn't look like this as a kid. They were just pale.
Yeah, I didn't get that, clearly.
No, you don't, you've got your dad's skin. You will never have age spots like this. I got my dad's skin, and his were even worse than this because he was out always working on the land.
Yeah, I remember.
And so I'm like, oh gosh.
Same thing, we're just gonna bore these out because we're doing rivets.
Sunblock, right, ladies?
And we just, you did hole punch right in that flower if you didn't notice.
Oh, you had a nice little nose wipe there. That's probably something that'll be like in the real caption. If we had time, it would be funny to do a compilation of all of your like funny expressions that you do. I think it would be entertaining.
All right. Now we're going to do our moons. We're going to make sure these are opposing each other. They need to be opposite crescents. Ah, you ran away from me, Moon. Come back. You will be used. Deal with it. I'm going to show you where I hole punch these. My nose is itchy right now. You're going to notice there is this little dot area and this little gap, and in this space where you're going to be able to have a hole punch, I'm going to line it up really quickly. And I'm going to kind of show you, give you that better view there for a second. And you're going to hole punch right in there. And it looks like I did a bad job. I must have shifted when I held it.
So also I find, did you have to add a hole or were you just using the gap?
No, I added a hole just to make sure it's really secure.
Mm-hmm.
But I accidentally must have shifted my hand while I did it. So we'll do it again on the opposing side. But this time not messing it up.
So I find too, if it's something painted and you do make a mistake like that, I can usually disguise that by fixing it with resin.
It shifted too much.
Yeah.
I usually can too.
Or like in disguising it with paint. So
But I know exactly what happened because there's a little ridge there, which makes it much easier for it to slip. So I put my hole in there. We'll open that up in a second. You can put, if you mess something up like that, you can put it in a scrap bin so you can use it for something else. I know there's 2 here. One of you needs to go away. Why are you stuck together like that? There we go. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing. And really make sure it doesn't shift on this one again. Okay, so now we have both of those. We're just gonna bore out those holes that we just made. Making sure they're big enough. Or
you know what I think
rivets.
is? Do you know what I think is harder to swallow than your own age? Is your kids' ages when they're your oldest ones.
25.
It's good. It's a good thing that the two. But see, the thing is, I don't confront it very often because both of you still look pretty young.
Yeah.
It's so like
Rivets. 2 rivets.
2 rivets, 2 tube rivets. I like to grab the ones from the mat.
Yeah, I do that a lot too.
Do you guys design from your junk pile? I mean, it's not really junk, it's all good stuff, like your sweepings pile type thing. I do that, especially if I'm like in a,
Thread this through.
like not plan ahead kind of mood. Connie, just call them beauty spots that come with experience. Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Then we're gonna move our
Oh, I might steal this and make a cute little pendant out of it.
block here. Kind of shift that moon a little bit. We just want it to line up. So that's kind of near the edge. We do trim it slightly because it's ever so slightly longer than we want it to be.
I didn't see many answers whether you guys are you like a bomb went off or neat mix or somewhere in between.
So then we're gonna just hammer this. We're gonna make sure this is lined up how we want it to be. And then really secure that in.
Jane says yes, a bomb. And
The thing is, though, when I wasn't in school
yeah,
and I had all the time in the world,
It's
and I
mental
wasn't
bandwidth,
recovering.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Perfectly clean room.
Yeah.
All the time. Always clean. Only thing that might be dirty is my dirty laundry.
Yeah. And when you guys, like when I only had 2 kids and I didn't have a bigger business yet, that
Or
took
house.
my time, or house, but mostly business, because we were still in an over like 20, like almost 3,000 square foot house. Everything was perfect because I had enough mental bandwidth to process it.
Am I tripping?
What are
I
you
know
looking
you
for?
handed me another rivet.
Well, you're probably not tripping, but here's another one. It probably just ran away on you. It said, I want to go live somewhere else.
Didn't want to be beautiful. Joke's on it.
Mm-hmm. There's this little audio clip from Danny DeVito. And I don't know what it's from, but I love it. It perfectly sums up my design room and how it gets. He's like, I'm the trash panda.
It's
I just
from
put trash everywhere.
Sunny. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I think,
Oh, really?
or something like that. It's a comedy show. I'm pretty sure it's from that. I'm almost certain. Don't quote me for that, guys. But I want to say that, if I remember correctly, that's where it's from.
Connie says, what really gets me is when I go to the hospital and the resident doctors look like teenagers. I feel like, though, your generation is looking younger than the previous one.
No. From what they say, my generation looks old and crusty.
What?
But the millennials look young. Because they're saying everybody in my generation looks so old.
Well,
I look young. I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen what my classmates look like.
yes,
They look like they're in their 30s.
Here's the reason, and it's alcohol.
Yeah.
Right? So they're saying a lot of people that are your age are looking younger because they're opting out of the heavy drinking. So that would not be the case in people from our small town, because it's very much a cultural thing there.
Okay.
Everybody else.
That. Then hammer. And then shift this so it's nice and lined up how you want it to be.
Sounds like there's a few of them that are like have creative bombs go off. Sometimes to give my youngest chores or something to do to be helpful, I'll ask him to help me put away things in my studio.
To earn back privileges,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yes. To earn privileges or things that he wants.
So those are mostly done. Now we're going to do something that you probably aren't expecting. But earlier will be a hint, and I'm taking a 2-second eyeball break.
Okay, well, I can tell them. The other day, I asked him to come help me, and he was like, why don't you just keep it clean? I just helped you clean this. Lately, the things coming out of his mouth are like parent things.
You should say, welcome to parenting.
Yeah, I know, exactly. He was parenting your dad the other day, telling him how to deal with anxiety, too. I'm like, hey, I told Ainsley today, I'm like, get it out of your system while you're young, and then you won't have any dysfunction later, right? Learn all the coping things when you're young. I'm just learning stuff about myself now. I don't know.
I'm pulling my mat over. I'm going to get a couple pieces of tape. Anyone have any guesses about what I'm going to do?
Unexpected thing? Unexpected technique? Well, it probably has to do with attaching something, right? Curiouser and curiouser. Alice. So, Connie, which piece? Because I can point you the kit, to the kit. Or sampler pack. Tell me which one.
If you're wondering what I'm doing, just making sure it's getting into the grooves at the back of my brush.
Seal it off. Oh, these? Okay, this is a kit, and I will link to it. This is our one that's a complete kit for today. And let me just, Connie was saying she didn't see this piece.
Okay, now I'm going to take my silicone brush. And so we're just filling this area where our glass opal is going to sit so that it gets a full contact with our glue there. And so I'm adding it right into that little gapped out area. Making sure it's nice and filled in. Do that on both pieces. Alright, and then we're just going to cure it for plenty of time. So we're just increasing the surface area of contact for our glue.
Yes, so smart.
Same technique as earlier, as I mentioned, where you're just filling in the hole
earrings.
of the earrings.
Yeah.
So you have an increased surface area to glue in those little facets.
And then you don't get anything leaking through.
Yes.
So sometimes I will put a backing and then do the Loctite that way, but then some of the backing actually sticks to the area. So this is a really great tip. Great tip. Great. It's so great. So yeah, the things that we're selling today would be in either bundles or samplers, or one complete kit, which is the earrings that Ainsley's working on right now. If you are interested in a part that's inside one of the bundles, you can go in and look at the list, and it's going to tell you what things are limited, which means they're only available in the kit, or things that have part numbers. So like if you wanted the moon and the fan filigree, let's say you wanted to make a lot of these earrings, those are available. You can buy, those are just part of our regular catalog. So you can buy more of those and then make your own cabochon.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the first arguments your dad and I ever had, because historically we don't argue a lot.
Yeah.
It was over my creative space happened to be in the middle of our living room on the Main Street house, because it was on the upper level and there wasn't a lot of square footage, and I actually didn't have my own like hobby room.
Yeah.
You know how like he's always had his own music room, gym, all those spaces? Yes. Like the rest of the house is my space. So like, needless to say, he had to learn to live with it. It's like, okay, all these other good things come.
Peel that off, flip it over, and then we're just going to cure it to make sure the back is completely sealed.
Because don't you think that's the guy's job, is just to accept the things about us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's our job to change them, and it's their job to accept the things about us. That's my philosophy anyway. It's worked so far.
That's because you're still more mature than Dad.
In some ways, I think that he's less neurotic usually, so that's a benefit. It's like a calming presence, as if you guys couldn't tell. It's interesting because like when I was reading about habits, they're like people that form these habits tend to be very detail oriented. They notice things that other people don't notice. Really kind of like talking about all of my strengths that I have. And they're like, this just comes with the territory. I'm like, oh, thank you.
I need those beads.
Which ones?
The ones that you're gonna want
I've got
for these earrings that you'll have to finish
The
yourself.
the glue on stones or the beads?
The glue on stones.
Okay.
Oh, do you want me to paint these though? Or actually,
No, that's fine. I can do that after too.
Or you could just show painting it.
Oh, you want me to like try to match it?
Yeah,
I could
let's
do
see.
that.
Let's see.
Let's see how good I am.
We got enough time
I can
for
guess.
that. If
What do you guys think?
If you
Does that
take
sound like a good
15
idea?
minutes, that's plenty of time for us
Okay.
to get through everything we need to
All right.
in our normal ending time.
Okay.
Switch. See, if she does it well, you're gonna know just how easy it is.
Switcheroo.
No pressure.
No
Mom.
pressure.
Yes, finally.
He's like, oh, I get a break.
Go through the comments.
Now you can slump. Now you can slouch. Okay, where's your inspo pieces? So I'm guessing, it doesn't look like you used any metallics on these.
Correct.
So I'm gonna say, if I'm reverse engineering, and I'll put this up here so that you can see what I'm referencing. Bring these down in the frame a little bit. There we go. Now I'm gonna say that this is what's used for the background. So we're gonna do that. We'll see what that looks like. These detail brushes are really nice for getting in those tight areas when you're painting an already assembled piece. So we'll do that and then take one of these little squares. Connie, did you see the link that I just sent you? Or I just sent it, I just put it in the comments. You can link directly to the kit, the full earring kit there. And remember, you're visiting vintage.com, the main vintage website. That's where you're finding it. I know it can be confusing because we've got all these different great places that you can get things, but that is where you're going to find this stuff. Later on, after the video is actually published, we can link the products. It just doesn't like it when the products are new for them to show up in the list. I think I wicked away just a little too much on there. You get kind of a feel for how much you want to put on, leave on with the antiques. And then we'll just let that dry. Then I think we've got, this is a little lighter, but that could be just the way this is looking on here. Because like we discussed last week, when you're going over natural brass or solid brass, it's going to behave completely different. I think I'm going to lighten that up with a little bit of this lilac purple too. So lilac, I'm not sure if she did that or not, but I'm going to do that. Because I'm just going to match it. A little bit more. What can't you get to work for you, Connie? We'll try and help you out while we're here on here live.
She said I don't see the whole kit in the new section.
Yeah, I told her I put the link to it in the comment.
She said she can't get it to work for her.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that means, but there we go. And then I'm thinking there's a little bit of verdigris in here. Oh, we're not kidding. She's seen some better days. She's looking a little rough there.
The tip was like really.
It was just really crushed up.
Yeah, there was no.
Okay, and then if we do this while it's still wet, you get a little bit of that pretty blendy-ish look here going. I think that's pretty good. Now I just need to dry it before you put those stones in there. Oh, I'm getting that squeaky chair thing too.
Yeah, if you sit all the way back.
Sit forward. It's actually good because good for your posture to sit without a back support. So that's what I'm going to do.
It says the link is an active link, so let me just find it again.
Oh. So the link wasn't working. Sorry about that. So let me see. Those puddles are pretty dry. And then, is there any little sanding sponge squares around here somewhere? In here somewhere?
They're in here.
Okay. So I'm probably just going to relief this just a tiny bit. Ooh, that's hot still. Then, what I like to do is treat the back right away while I've got my colors out, because I always like to have a finished back. So I'll pick like one of the colors that are coordinating, because front and back don't need to like supremely exactly match. So this is what I'm doing when I'm doing stuff for my shop, is I just antique it with one of the colors if I've got color bleed in the back, which you can't avoid it because of this area right here. So it's gonna come over no matter what. Otherwise, if there's not an area like that, then I will just clean it with a little bit of acetone if it's completely dried. I think these will be pretty because, you know, your earrings flip around a little bit when you're wearing them. So I'll just antique the back, get that dry, and then we'll have these will be all done. Being a little bit more precise, a lot of times when I'm doing a lot of stuff, I'll just be like, you guys know I like my shortcuts. No. Nice. Okay, set those aside. I'm gonna do an experiment here.
Those are bad ones.
I know. That's why I'm gonna use them. I know they're bad ones. So this is just an experiment. We're gonna see if we can use your colors that you have here.
We still have to do our giveaway.
Yeah. I know. Is Corey watching, or are we gonna need to do it?
I've not seen Corinne at all.
Okay. So if she's not, then we need to go through and copy
But I still need to finish that
the
out.
names. Yes. I'm just going to use a little bit of the colors that we have here, and I just want to see if I can make it look a little bit opally. Just curious, out of curiosity. Curiosity.
I have a good idea how you would do that, but
Maybe that'll be a future class. What do you guys think? Do you want to do like your own tiny little opal cabs in a class? Future class? Let us know. I feel like if you did like tiny little things, then it becomes like more fleck looking, and then you could kind of base the rest of it with silver. Let's flip that over and see what that looks like. No, not bad. You can kind of get, it's kind of a proof of concept of how opally we could get this looking if we're a little bit more precise. All right, you can have your seat back.
you need the spinner link though.
Okay, I'll find it.
On there. Oh, I finish this out.
And you sent her a new link,
Who?
Connie?
It didn't work. I just told her that it should be the second kit in the new section.
Also, what I can do is put it in the description.
All right. Going to make sure these are completely dry. It is in the new. I told her exactly where it should be in the new section too.
Yeah. Whoops, I think, did you copy some? I need to fix the SKU issue. I forgot to tell you about that.
All right. So we're gonna, again, like I mentioned earlier, make sure you're adding a generous amount of glue. I'm just gonna make sure I have my stones right on. And yes, they're right there. These are kind of hot though, so give that a couple seconds to cool off. The second kit is necklace bracelet. I don't know why it's a different view for us than it is for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's strange.
Because when we go to the link, I see it.
Yeah, it's strange, but what we'll do is, actually I can do this right now, I should be able to, is go in and add the links inside the description. I should be able to. Of this video. And then I'll just work on that while you're doing this.
Oh, no, Pam said she's no, I'm wrong. Counting paint second kit is complete earring kit.
Oh, okay. So it's showing up, right?
For at least Pam it is.
Okay.
All right. That should be cooled off enough. We're going to add a very...
If you're still having problems after Connie, just DM us and we'll get you the link that way. Sometimes YouTube is a little bit funny about links working that you put in the comments.
I'm going to wipe this so I don't accidentally put my hand in it again. Somehow I don't enjoy that for some reason. Alright, let's try that again. Very generous amount of Loctite right in that little area that your cabochon is going to sit. You want it to be able to fill in the gaps, like I mentioned earlier. Alright. I like to use my finger to pick these up because it will stick to it. And then I'll just move it around with my silicone brush. And then press that down. Just move it around until you have it kind of where you want it. And then I just kind of press them into there. Make sure they're really locked in. And then you just let them dry for like a day. Make sure it completely seals. Set that to the side. But those are pretty, they're a little more intense, but pretty easy overall, as long as you don't mess up the hole like I did the first time.
Peggy must have already gotten our loot. Ours is still in the mail. We haven't gotten it yet, but kind of exciting when we do get it. Ainsley's going to be showing you guys design on the fly this time. So you're going to get to be part of the design process, which is going to be whole lot of fun. We haven't seen it yet. So I think they keep getting bigger every month, Peggy. I think it's like the creep where it's like a little bit and then a little bit more and then a little bit more.
Did you find the spinner?
No, I got distracted and I fixed something else. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you for so kindly reminding me.
Make sure these go on my ears.
What? I wouldn't steal those.
Lies. You sit on a throne of lies.
Oh, yeah.
Dum, bum, bum, bum.
There we go. Thankfully, it was in my history and I just guessed. Okay, so how did we get the names? Should I just copy and paste from the chat?
I can do that part. You can switch me and you can do the showing the stuffs.
The showing the stuffs?
Yeah.
Showing the stuffs. Oh, okay. It's the giveaways things.
Yeah.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Right after I put on all of this that I can to make sure it doesn't get stolen. Because there's
Protect it.
there's some sneaky hands in this place for some
Little
reason.
sticky fingers.
Yeah.
Isn't it like, it's like the meal that you didn't cook. It tastes better.
Ah! Put it on backwards.
Whoops.
And yeah, true. Very true.
Doesn't it?
It hates me. What happened?
You hooked it in your hook.
Interesting.
You've got a hook clasp on that. That was back, that necklace is from before we had lobster clasps. Can you believe that? We didn't even offer lobsters when that was made.
All right. So you're gonna go full
Okay.
screen for a couple seconds until
Okay.
I can get this.
I will get these giveaways out for you guys. Peggy says, I'm not sorry, it keeps getting bigger. Okay.
Where is?
Oh,
This is why it's
different,
a
yeah,
tab,
different browser window. You can do that. So
I only see 8 people who have entered in. I'm gonna say your name if I have it. We have Jean. Give me 2 seconds. I do need to make sure I have both of these tabs open so I can see them both at the same time.
So if you didn't put your name in the drawing, do it really quick while she's checking.
Alright.
Actually, I'm gonna flip this up here because we had a couple of questions about the Backstage Pass, so I'm just putting this up. So some of the, if you guys haven't been around for when we talked about this recently, any order over $50, you're gonna get an additional 20% off on vintage.com. That's also where you'll have access to our masterclass library. There's over 150 classes in there. And then of course you get Corian's lovely monthly stash shipment, which comes with a class that teaches you what to do with it or shows you inspiration ideas. So really great deal, our best one.
Sherry.
So I'm just back to one, right? Gotta go there.
I see
there we
Lynn,
go.
I see Sherry. I'm guessing that this is your last name, Dodore?
Dodor?
Dodor? Because you didn't put your name next to it, so.
Lynn G. Who's Lynn G? Lynn
G, that's what she typed in.
Yeah, so we need your last name too. And remember, just to collect this, you need to have an open order at vintage.com so that we can ship it with your order.
This is why I'm not seeing them at the moment.
Oh, you need to
Rosalie
refresh. Yeah.
Sawyer.
So I'll give you guys a preview. Some of the things. This we did in a class, the solstice class, and this came with all these little diamonds. So this is a fully made one. Pretty, except for, I don't know, it doesn't have all of the stones in it. Has less of those. But you could put flat backs on there or whatever. We have this lovely wrapped chunk of Swarovski that we'll be doing today. And then we have this fun little collection of beads and crystals. So there are a couple of different, there's a little Swarovski moon in here. There are some little drops and then a couple of compass cut acrylic pieces. So kind of a fun,
Okay. For some reason,
fun
I
little
no
smattering.
longer can. Wait. We'll try this again. Let's see if this is starting to show me everything at this point. No. It's not showing me the whole chat anymore for some reason. So if you commented earlier, the only people I have at the moment that I could see in the chat are Jean, Lynn Goodwin, Sherry, Rosalie Sawyer, Peggy. So if you want to be entered, just put to giveaway dash your name,
Yep.
full name.
Do it again.
Do it again. Apologies for that, but I don't know why it's not letting me see the
I
full
think
chat.
a few people did it again too, so. Are we ready? Give them like 10 seconds to respond.
It looks like, I'm guessing Kathleen wants to enter. She's put in her full
Yep.
name.
Thank you for that.
We'll give them a couple seconds to catch up to that because I don't want them to be behind and then it's like 30 seconds and they're like, oh, I didn't even get to say anything. No.
So like this is what I was talking about earlier. If you've got like
we have a few more people.
This necklace is designed to sit right up here, but I wanted it to sit on top of this shirt that I'm wearing.
Kathleen, we have Kathy, we have Jane, I see. Give you a couple more seconds.
Jane Strevel just commented too, if you haven't seen that yet.
I just said that.
Oh.
Guys, she does not listen to me at all. She complains about being tuned out at home, but she does the exact same thing to me all the time. Never hearing anything that I say.
I just gotta pay you back a little bit for it, unintentionally. Goodness gracious. And also, guys, if your order is over 100, we still have this promo going that where you get these amazing crystal earrings.
Okay, so we have Jean, Lynn, Sherry, Rosalie, Peggy, Kathleen, Kathy, and Jane. Any last minutes? I'm going to give you like 2 or 3 more minutes. I just don't want
2 or 3 more minutes.
I don't want them to like have entered in earlier.
Yeah.
And then see, we just have Caroline who Caroline, it looks like your last name is probably Bishop based on your.
If we were more with it, we would be just like putting them aside, right? It is a little bit easier when we do this on Facebook because it gives you a list of names who have reacted to it or
well, it
that
wouldn't
type
even
of thing.
be that bad if I could have seen the whole chat. I would have just been able to type it's fine.
Yeah.
And it showed me 8 of the names earlier. And so far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it looks like we're pretty solid there, and that makes me feel better.
Okay. That's great. So which one should we give away first? Let's start, we'll go smallest to biggest. So we're gonna say, we're gonna start with this bead pack, but I need to go to split screen, right? I need to give this to you so you can show the wheel of fortune.
Yeah. Just wait to show it until I'm
Yeah, when you have it up there, I will do some sort of split screen.
Okay.
Do you want to be on the bottom or the top?
Should be everybody. I'm not seeing any more comments. I'm gonna give me 1 second to get this full. It doesn't really matter.
Okay. I'm gonna do this one.
Your odds are really in your favor, whoever is entering. You have only.
Okay, remember.
Almost half of you will get something.
There's some Swarovski, some Bohemian Crystal.
Kathy Coppinger,
whichever it is. So you get, I made these little acrylic compass stars too. They're just like the bird one, but they're little teeny compasses too. So those come in there as well. So fun bead mix for you.
Where's the notepad and pen? Here's the pen, but the notepad I need.
Yeah, so this is Kathy.
Yeah. That's not going to stick to that. That's why I said,
You know that we have a Sharpie too.
I've not seen that for a long time. But just use the notepad.
Where's the notepad?
I don't know because I don't have full view.
I think you hid it.
No, I handed it to you.
No, it's under the thing.
Okay.
This is what Ainsley didn't want to show you.
Give it back.
Look at her cute little sketches from today. I was like, that would be fun to show today. And she's like, no.
vile, evil human being. Give me that pen. Okay. What is she getting? Did you say bead mix?
Yeah, bead mix. Sorry this is taking so long, guys, but
All right.
we're having fun anyway,
Round
right?
2. What are they getting?
Okay, so this lovely wrapped Swarovski chunk.
Sherry Dadore.
Okay, Sherry, awesome.
And she gets the wrapped Swarovski. Alright.
And then, Big Mama, this solstice pendant that's already made for you.
The only thing it's missing is some of the crystals.
Yeah.
And that's Kathleen
Kojak.
God, I don't.
Give me the pronunciation for that. I think I flipped it in my brain because when I see it, I say Kojak, but it's not. It can't be that.
No,
it's
I know.
opposite of that.
Kathleen Kosija, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a very typical last name. What is she getting again? Oh yeah,
She's
star.
getting the solstice star pendant.
Solstice pendant.
I'm gonna get a little baggie to put that in.
All right. Can you go full screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
Take this.
All right, awesome, guys. And I'm putting these in the tray right now because I cannot tell you how many times, it's been at least 3, that I've like taken everything that I need to ship back to HQ to get out to you guys home and then left it here. Like I took everything else except for the giveaway items, so then I had to go drive all the way back to get them before the post office closed. Not fun. So I'm doing it right now, right this very second. Okay.
Alright. I'm going to exit that, go full screen here. I can see the comments. Okay, let us
All right.
do our little
You can have your seat back.
swatch
Say goodbye.
around. Or we're both saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Alright. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for entering our giveaway. Thank you for making your purchases. So that you can enter the giveaway. So make sure you just have those open orders so that you guys can claim those. And Corian will ship those out to you as speedily as they can. They're basically a 2-man team.
Yeah, 3.
2 or 3?
3.
Roughly. All right. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this theme. We will see. I don't even know what we're doing next week. Are we doing loot or are we doing something else?
So I believe it's going to be loot as long as we get it on Monday. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then Corian has some, I've seen already a sneak peek. It's like florally, really pretty.
Kosea.
Oh, Kosea.
That makes sense, actually.
Pretty name. So she's got a really great like design inspo warehouse sale because we've done kind of some supply ones lately, like findings and chain and that kind of thing. So she's got some really great exclusive pieces that are going to be available in bulk.
Yeah.
So,
you know.
on Wednesday.
Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you with Corian on Wednesday and us on Friday with hopefully the design on the fly loot. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Have a great